start right out of the gate here tonight at Columbia University. Major decision victories for Princeton's Mark Anthony McGowan and Tyler Ferrara of Cornell. Vince Cornella, a winner by decision over CJ Composto. Jackson Joy, the Ivy Freshman of the Year, winner by decision over Crosswa Zalewski. And the upset of the night, Jude Swisher of Penn over Meyer Shapiro of Cornell. The Quaker defeating the Big Red Wrestler at 57, handing him his first loss of the year, his first since last year's NCAA championships. Caesar Alvin, a winner for Columbia in sudden victory over Ty Whalen here at his home gym. Simon Ruiz got by Nick Fine. Joe Curtis, a winner for Columbia against Louis Sergio. Only one allocation at 84 and 97. Andrew Reel, a champion for Brown. And it'll come down to heavyweight to decide not our champion, but the split between second and third place. For a second straight year, Cornell is the winner of the Ivy League Wrestling Tournament. Vincent Mueller, number 1 at Columbia. Alex Semenenko, number 2 from Brown. It was a 1-0 Mueller win in the regular season.
For Brown, welcome Alex Semenenko. And his opponent wearing the green and representing Columbia, Vincent
Gem from the big fellas at heavyweight to close out our night. Vincent Mueller defeated the reigning Ivy League champion Ashton Davis of Cornell by an 8-1 tally in the semifinals. And Alex Semenenko trying to avenge a loss against Mueller, 1-0 during the regular season. Mueller, the junior, out of Woodbury, Minnesota, coached by a 2-time heavyweight champion, Cole Conrad, in high school at St. Thomas Academy. And it's New York's own Alex Semenenko back here at home, the Brooklyn native who went to high school at Poly Prep. So the biggest thing on the line here is second place at the Ivy League Championships. Columbia, 1/2 team point behind Penn for second place. Cornell well clear of the field, 16-point lead over Penn from first to second. So if Mueller, as the number 1 seed, can prevail, Columbia will finish in second place. Last year, it was Columbia in third and Penn in second. Cornell was the winner last year in the inaugural Ivy League tournament.
Mueller was up in that underhook and was looking for a quick snatch single. He likes to look for that. He doesn't like to necessarily hit a knee, just looking for that snatch single, staying up high and not having to get stuck underneath his opponents. And he's capitalized on a few of those today already. We'll see if he's able to actually capitalize and collect the takedown through the rest of this minute and a half of the first period.
And he's shown good growth this year, too. Vincent Mueller, the junior from Columbia, 23-6 this year, and was really dominant in his Ivy matches as well. Bonus all around. So 23 wins this year after just 19 in his first 2 seasons, and a top 30 wrestler in the Intermat rankings. Not a weight where we expect a flurry of points. 2 minutes in, no score here at heavyweight. The only other team standings implications here for Brown, as they are 6 points behind Princeton. Tigers in 4th, Bears in 5th. Would be a win by fall or disqualification for Semenenko. Would have them in a tie for 4th place. Horns are locked up. 15 seconds to go here in the first. No score after 3 minutes here at heavyweight. Brown 5-9 this year. They have 2 finalists under Jordan Lean in his 4th season. Former Cornell wrestler, 3-time All-American and national champion at 157 back in 2008. Brought a great deal of experience to Providence, having been an assistant at Duke, at Virginia, and at Pittsburgh. Mueller with a mat return, building his riding time. Semenenko is out for the first point of the match. We started at 25 here in the Ivy League tournament today. Both of these guys wrestled just 1 match earlier today, getting the bye through the quarterfinals. So there are pluses and minuses there. Midway through the second here, you get more rest, but you've also got the pressure of waiting and letting the mental aspect get to you throughout the course of the day. And that's 3. First takedown belongs to Mueller.
Semenenko just wanted to go for a throw, but wasn't able to capitalize on it.
And we got a brick thrown by the Brown corner. Challenger in the takedown. Now, I think they were asking Semenenko, do you feel like you got taken down? And then said, well, it's the last match of the night. We might as well challenge.
You might as well use the brick you got.
I don't think anybody exhausted their supply of challenges here for the finals. We came in with most teams having 2 or 3. Brown has 2. So is this just a reaction time question on the outside?
I think maybe he thinks that he can get away with them saying they were out of bounds, but I think he collects the 3 here.
Yeah.
And I think it should be, the call should stand. But again, if you had a brick, you might as well use it. So you can't bring them home.
So as it stands now, 3-1 in favor of Vincent Mueller for Columbia. A win for him puts the Lions into 2nd place, which would be their best finish in 2 years of the Ivy League wrestling tournament. It seemed like, based on what we saw, an expedient review, and indeed it is.
After further review, the call has been upheld.
.45 seconds, 2nd period. Mueller stays on top.
Good job by Mueller on top. He's working really hard and wants to stay on top for these last 30 seconds and end on top in this 2nd period. Nice breakdown there by Mueller, and looking more and more likely that he'll go into the 3rd period with a 3-1 lead.
And not just that, he's taking the riding time up to 1:05 to end the 2nd period.
Hugely crucial moment in this match. Semenenko just trying to get a little too fancy with that throw.
Prince live from the Columbia corner. Coaching Vincent Mueller to make a move on Semenenko, push him toward the edge, force the issue. Semenenko's foot goes off the mat, stymieing a potential flurry there on the outside. $80 seconds to go, and they're riding time at exactly 1 minute for Mueller. So he's got a 4-point cushion to work with.
Lots of hand fighting up in the ties right now at the moment, but Mueller pretty content just to hand fight in the center of the mat. He's got a 4-1 lead here. Exactly 1 minute of riding time. Both guys just hand fight hard in the center, and Semenenko looking to try to get to a takedown and tie it with 1 second of riding time at his advantage.
To the leg with 15 seconds to go, and Mueller on top. Literally and metaphorically, he is the Ivy League champion at heavyweight. And that's a huge win for Columbia because it vaults them over Penn into second place. So not only does Mueller get the win, but your final three in the standings, Cornell, Columbia, and Penn.
Yeah, phenomenal job, not only for himself, but for the team, and got a lot of great momentum coming in to the national tournament here in a few weeks in Cleveland. Yeah, Semenenko just went body lock, tried to step through, and just a little too much for him to handle. Mueller collecting that takedown, and that sort of changed the trajectory of this match here. Mueller getting his hand raised for the Columbia Lions.
Let's talk about Cornell for a second before we say so long for the night. They had the most finalists, 6 of them to the finals. 4 of them were winners. The ones that didn't win, Louis Sergio, the freshman at 84. Surprisingly, Meyer Shapiro at 157. But for the second time in as many years of the Ivy League wrestling tournament, Cornell comes away victorious.
Yeah, they're a phenomenal program, historic program. Obviously have dominated this conference for a really long time, and I expect to see a lot of these guys on the podium in a few weeks. You know, Meyer Shapiro, you got to kind of just shake that off, right? You know you can win that match, and you have an opportunity to go back in Cleveland, and you're 0-0 in that scenario. So just shaking these off and trying to come back and having a clear perspective going into a really, really tough and loaded lineup across the board, all 10 weight classes in Cleveland. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
The bad news, there's a little bit of a wait. It's 11 days. The good news is it's 11 days to try and get your mind and body right. And one of the big takeaways that we had from talking to coaches in the week leading up to this event was, yes, it's been a team event all year, but now it's about the individual to try and help the team, thinking bonus points all the way. And it'll be a great team race as well, like it was here today at Levy and Jim. Cornell takes the team title. Columbia on the back of a heavyweight victory finishes in second, and Penn finishes in third. We look forward to seeing you in Columbia. For Pat Glory and our entire crew here in New York, I'm Mike Cousins saying so long, and we'll see you at Rocket Arena in Cleveland.